Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more true stories that will grip you and stay with you long after you hear them. I'll never forget the exact moment everything in my life shifted. I was sitting on the couch after a long day at work, my phone buzzing in my pocket. A message from her, my wife, blinked across the screen. "He's taking me tonight. Don't try to stop it." For a second, my mind refused to process it. I stared at the words as if staring hard enough could make them disappear. My hands shook, and the world seemed to tilt slightly. I thought it had to be a joke, some sick prank I didn't understand. So I typed back carefully, "Who? What are you talking about?" No reply, not for hours. And in that silence, a storm began to build inside me. At first, I tried to rationalize it. Maybe she meant something else, an event, a metaphor, a mistake. But the excuses kept piling up. Calls unanswered, sudden late nights at work. Subtle tension in her voice whenever I asked where she'd been. She laughed too loudly, touched her phone like it was a lifeline I wasn't allowed to touch. And I started questioning myself. Was I imagining this? Was I being paranoid? Then came the small betrayals, the ones that don't look like much until you see them in context. Her messages disappearing from her phone, her shrugging off my questions with a tight smile, the way she'd flinch if I reached for the drawer where she kept her phone. And one night, I found it. Just a glimpse, a text notification flashing across the screen before she could swipe it away. "Can't wait to see you. Tonight, alone." I felt a cold, hollow weight in my chest. Every memory we'd made together. The late-night drives, the shared laughter over coffee, the quiet mornings wrapped in blankets, suddenly felt like lies, carefully stitched into a narrative she no longer belonged to. I confronted her, trembling, voice barely above a whisper. "Who is he?" Her eyes widened, not with fear, but something like guilt laced with inevitability. She didn't speak at first, just let the silence stretch between us. Then she said, almost casually, "You already know. There's no point hiding it." I laughed, bitter and hollow, more to keep myself from crying than anything else. "No point hiding it? You think telling me like this makes it okay?" Her face softened just slightly, and she whispered, "I never wanted to hurt you, but I wanted more. I couldn't help it." I felt like I was staring at a stranger in the mirror. I wanted to scream, to throw something, to disappear. But instead, I sat there, numbly, watching the woman I loved crumble under the weight of her own choices. Over the next few days, I replayed every conversation, every glance, every just friend story she told me. How many were lies? How many were moments where she was thinking of someone else, someone I couldn't compete with? My anger fought with lingering love. My desire to forgive wrestled with the raw, stabbing betrayal that made my stomach churn. The turning point came one night when I couldn't sleep. I walked into the kitchen, coffee in hand, and she was sitting there, tears streaking her face. "I'm sorry," she said again, and I realized I didn't need her apologies. I didn't need to hear her reasons. What I needed was my own peace. I finally spoke, voice steady despite the storm inside me. "You made your choice, and I'll make mine. I can't stay here, watching you go somewhere I can't follow." She nodded, the tears silent now, her guilt a heavy, quiet thing between us. And in that moment, I felt a strange, bittersweet clarity of self-respect. Painful as it was, I was choosing myself over the heartbreak that had become our life. I moved out the next morning. I left behind the house that had felt like ours, the little routines, the memories now tinged with betrayal. I kept the good ones, the ones that still made me smile, tucked safely away in the corners of my mind. But I let go of the illusion of the person I thought she was. Weeks turned into months, and the anger softened into something quieter, more powerful. A resolve. A reminder that love doesn't mean sacrificing your dignity, that heartbreak doesn't have to define you. I learned that trust, once broken, can't always be mended, but strength can be built from its ashes. And every time I think of her now, I don't feel the sting as sharply. I remember the lessons, the growth, and the quiet strength I discovered in the wreckage. Sometimes, love isn't about holding on. Sometimes, it's about knowing when to walk away, because the moment you do, you reclaim yourself. If you related to this story or felt the sting of betrayal in your own life, make sure to subscribe to my channel. There are more stories here that reveal the raw, human truths of love, heartbreak, and self-discovery, and maybe, just maybe, a little healing too.